do appreciate it. Now, over the last couple of months, many of you have been increasingly worried about your gas and electricity bills, and I'm here to help you do something about it. Now, the first thing I'm going to hear a lot of you say is, what's a fitness instructor doing talking about this? Well, two things. One, I'm a part-time energy broker, but the number one cause of ill health, no matter what it is always poverty. Now, I'm here 7 minutes how I cut my mum's gas bill by 2/5, 40% over 12 months without spending any money, without any change of lifestyle whatsoever. I cut that by 2/5, 40%. And I'm going to show you how to do exactly the same thing. Okay, so please don't worry. Now, you're probably saying, this guy's a loony. This is not true. I'll come to the proof in a minute. Now, a couple of you have emailed me saying, if you produce this video, won't you get into trouble? No. Not only would Joe and Josephine be grateful for the information I'm about to give you, but believe it or not, no one would be more grateful if everyone did this than the Prime Minister himself, the Minister for Energy, and the CEOs of all the energy companies. The simple reason it would save the taxpayer all the money of building more power stations. And just to give you an example of this, we have 8 nuclear power stations in the UK providing 16% of our energy, or our electricity, let us say. That on average works out at 2% each. So mathematically we need 42 more to provide the other 84%. It costs in excess of £20 billion to produce a nuclear power station, and it takes 5 years. Do you really think Rishi Sunak wants to come up with £840 billion for this process? No, especially when you consider that the government's income as a whole is about 920 billion. Are you going to pay double your taxes? No, absolutely not. So here I am to give you something that's going to help you reduce your energy costs tremendously. Now, a lot of you saying this guy's a loony. So look at my my dual fuel bill. Okay, you can see it's dated the 20th of July 2020. Okay, and they set it my monthly dual fuel monthly direct debit at £161.45 a month. There, you can see it very clearly. In November 2021, after implementing loads of energy saving measures, they cut it down to £68 a month. I happened to be there all the time, and that's why my mum's savings were not as great as mine. But I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So what did I do? I want you to imagine, no doubt when you were younger, you used to play on the swings or the roundabouts in the park. And no doubt you would realise that once you get a swing going, it takes a bit of effort to get a swing going. But once you've got it there, it takes minimal effort. Okay? And this is the key. My mum's house is extremely well insulated, and she does have a room thermostat, and she does have a hot water tank with a thermostat on. That was the key. Okay? So this is the key. I want you to imagine for a moment that you're driving along the dual carriageway and there's a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit. You're going on at 50 on a constant speed. You hardly need to press the accelerator. But then you come to a traffic light, so you've got to slow down and stop. To get from 0 to 50, you've got to press that accelerator quite some bit to get the speed up and change gears a couple of times. But once you've got it there, again, you don't need that much effort. Basic physics. This is what's happened. Let me just show you an example. I'm grabbing my camera now, and as you can see over there, you can see some water on the boil. Okay, I boiled some water, but now you can see quite clearly that the gas has been turned down to minimal. Once you've got it there at 100 degrees C boiling, it takes very little energy to keep it there. It's on the minimum level. It's not even gas mark 1. This is the key. So I'm going to talk to you about your hot water and your central heating, assuming of course you've got it. If you've got a hot water tank, okay, and I'm assuming you've got a hot water tank, a thermostat, set it at 60 degrees C and leave your hot water on constant. Most people bring it on around about 7 o'clock in the morning, leave it on till about 9:30, go to work, and then they let it cool down, and they bring on the hot water again around about 4:30 and leave it on to about 9 o'clock at night. So what happens is you're heating up your water, letting it cool, and then heating up again, and then cooling overnight. That's heating and cooling, heating and cooling. No. What you do, you get up to 60 degrees C and leave it on constant. What then happens is once you've got it at 60 degrees C, it takes very little energy to keep it there. If you have a shower or something using up between 5 and 10 litres of water, all you've got to do, fresh water comes in, you just got to heat up that water. That's all you have to do. But it will drastically slash your hot water bills. Okay. Now, if you haven't got a hot water thermostat on on your hot water tank, get one. Okay. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. Now, with regard to heating, it's exactly the same principle. If you got what I did with my mum's house was I got a room thermostat. I set it at 17 degrees C in winter, and I set the heating on constant at 17 degrees C. The house became a lot more comfortable. But what then happened is, once you've got it at 17 degrees C, it takes very little energy to keep it there because the water's constantly there. You're not heating and cooling it, heating and cooling it. Now, a central heating system can contain anything between 50 and 100 litres of water. That's a lot of water to heat up. So what happens is, once you've got it at 17 degrees C, it takes very little energy to keep it there. The thermostat will stop it from going above that. So it will turn the gas boiler off. But if the heating goes down a little bit, the thermostat will bring it back on again. Simple. Okay, so that's the key. Now, if you do this, I promise you, your gas bill will come down. I'm amazed His Majesty's government has not advised people to do this. Now, the other thing I want you to do is, in the new year, I want you to arrange for your gas boiler to be serviced as soon as we go into spring. Get it serviced over spring, okay, to make sure it's working most efficiently. And I don't care who your energy company is, please write them a very polite, friendly, constructive letter and ask to go on a monthly budget plan. What happens is on a budget plan is they estimate how much you're going to use over the 12 months and they spread it out in 12 equal payments. This goes a long way to prevent high winter bills, preventing the financial heartache of Christmas. So please do that. Now, as I said, if you follow my videos, I'll give you something every day to help your health, wealth, finances, fitness and weight loss. So please follow my videos. And the other thing here is, if you go to endheatorheat.co.uk, you can get a guide showing how I made such huge energy savings. The link is below. Thank you very much for your time. I'll speak to you soon. Stay safe and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.